Hi guys, welcome back to Crawling Solution. So in this video, I'm gonna show you guys some tool that is not present in the OSNIT framework, and this tool is particularly very useful in case that you want to search for a person email and you want to get the Google ID out of that email. And let me show you. So here we have a very randomly Gmail that I got from Skymem. And as you can see here, if you type the domain gmail.com, you can see there's a bunch of stuff up email over here. And as you can use, and you can put inside the query of this website. This website, by the way, its name is Aspasos. I don't know how to pronounce this, but as you can see, I put the email address on this query. I'm going ahead and search it. Now we have to do some little bit of verifying if you are the bot or not, and particularly I am not. So it's gotta be easy one. Now Scooter, yeah. Okay, I then got it. Now we're gonna take a little bit and do the generating email. Generating detail for us. But as you can see here, we get the query, which is the email address that we put in. We also have the name, the ID, and some watermark info that we not gonna get it. And down here you can see that there's also a bunch of stuff that they use they use some kind of open source intelligence tools, and then they get this query and then they put it in their website and they build their own tools. And then if you go ahead and query, as you can see, they generate some of the information that might particularly useful. For example, this Google map is using the Google ID from this website, and then if you go ahead and search it, you can see that he doesn't have any, I don't know he or she, but he doesn't have, let's just think that this is a guy, so he doesn't have any Google map. But what about web achieves? Maybe he has something on it. Go ahead and search it. So we got it. Now as you can see here, it said that this URL was found on March 30, 2019. And go ahead and go inside this website, see if there was a real user on it. Oh no. Now as you can see here, so it is a real user. It is. And yes, the Google Plus doesn't available on the customer personal brand account. So you see that they found the follower, they found the profile photo, and as you can see, they found some bunch of stuff as well. But the important thing is, how did they get it? How did they have this information? Well, they get it from Google. Now as you can see, how is that supposed to happen? You have to log into the Google email to get your name. So how do they do that? Well, it's actually very easy if you know about scraping. Now, Google, they provide us one thing that called people lookup API. Now if I type people lookup API on Google, they go ahead and search and tell us to go to this people API, and you can do a bunch of stuff with it, and you can do a bunch of stuff with it, like you can generate your API key, and then you can use some of their API like the Google Get, person resource, person connection list, all kind of that stuff. And when you do the querying, you can see that if you type in the email address of any person who have the domain who have the Google domain, and then you type it in this API, then you can get the ID from it, also the name. And they say that you have to sign up for this photo and the last of it, but they already include inside the API. So they are using the API from this people API for their own query. So they can generate some of the information that they need, that we need. Alright? So you can either go ahead, take a look around this website, and then do your API stuff. It will be a lot easier to explain it to someone who knows about the Google Cloud Platform, but it's actually basically what they did. Or also, you can go ahead and search for Google Hunt. This website, this package of Python is basically one of the reasons, or probably the main reason, the main tools that this website use. Now, what is the Ghunt? Well, it's basically an offensive tool for searching people on Google. It's requires Python 3.10 or further, and you can see that they do some stuff like the Google Hunt login and choice. But the interesting thing is that if you go ahead and see here, now you type in the email address and then type the argument JSON user data.json, you get basically the entire thing that they are hiding behind this watermark. The last update, the photo, is all inside this command after you're using the email searching of the package. So let's just go ahead and do it. Now, what you will going to need is that you're going to need to install Python 3.10, and then you're going ahead and install some of the package that will require for the search. But I already go ahead and did that, and it might take a little bit of time for you guys to do that, so I'm just go ahead and go right into the login. Now this login is very sensitive because I have to type in my email address, so that you guys go ahead and do it, and for a couple of minutes I'll show you what this beautiful package can do for us for our searching tools. I'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. So welcome back. I hope you guys install correctly this package Ghunt, because it might be a little bit hard from the beginning to install this package. As you can see on the previous episode, I told you guys to install the content environment, and then you can install whatever package you want. But in this case particularly, you need to use Python 3.10. Now, what do I mean by Python 3.10? Well, you have to download the package, I mean the download file from the official Python file, Python download website. You have to download Python 3.10, and then you have to use the executable file to install that Python on your computer, and then you can use it. Now let's go ahead to the project. Now as you can see, after you install Python 3.10, if you can see on my command here, if I type Python, it will say Python 3.10.0. That is the correct version, and that is the version that Ghunt will use to execute its content. Now I'm go ahead and exit from this command. Now after you install Python 3.10, well, what you gotta do next is that you go into this code, download the zip file, and then use this as your main Python project. Now, if you can see here, I'm already on my Python on the project, on the main project, or the main file of the package that I just download. Type on the readme.md, and I can see that I'm already on the project. So that is just one step. The next step is that you can see inside this requirement file, you have to install all of these requirement files to make this package work. Now, how to do that? Well, go ahead and copy the absolute path. Now I'm gonna type the pip install .r, which is the requirement path of the file. Gotta type it right here. You can see I already installed all of the library that is necessary for my program, so I don't have to do anything else. The next thing you have to do is that you can see here on this file we have some content and we have some Python executable file. As you can see, we have the main file. Now you need to run this file in order to execute the Ghunt program on, you have to run this file to add the argument on the Ghunt program, like the argument login, email. Now I'm already on this file, so I'm gonna type in Python login. Now after you log in, is go ahead and set that. You can see here, after you log in, is go ahead and give you some options. You gotta choose option 1. That means put Ghunt on listening mode. After that, you go ahead and get this add-on. Alright, after you get this add-on, go ahead and type on this add-on, and then it's gonna show you the login page of Google. Now you go ahead and log into Google, and from this program is go ahead and listen to the browser, the cookie of the browser, and then is go ahead and save the credential on your computer. Now I'm not gonna show my credential here because it's very sensitive information. I'm already logged in and my profile is already saved on my computer, so I don't have to do that step. You guys need to do that step to be able to get the credential for the API that we are about to be using. So let's go ahead and do some fun with it. Now after you have done all of that step, you go ahead and see now some of the argument on here can be very depends on what you are going to use. Like if you want to get information on a GAIA ID or on a file or on an email address, then you pass that argument on. Now what is the GAIA? Now if we're going back to our this website that we use to pass in the email address to see our name, you can see the GAIA file, I mean the GAIA ID on the email address that we type it in. Now, still this electrical scooter, which I really feel a little bit annoying right now. So keep again now. This ID is the GAIA file. I mean the GAIA ID. Now, I want to search for this ID and I want to find out if the person name is correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead, type in Python, run the main file, and this I'm gonna pass the argument GAIA, pass the ID, and let it run. Gotta take a little bit a minute. Now you can see here it shows us the name of the person. It also shows us the picture of that person, which, as you might not know, does not appear on this website, which is already watermarked on this website. Now, this website provides this photo. I don't know whether the option will be in the pricing price. I don't know whether they will give you, I mean, I don't know, you have to pay to see the photo or you just need to sign up to see the photo. But this, our tools have shown that the photo can be achieved, can be retrieved without any particularly complicated search to get it. You know what I mean? That means this website basically uses the tools that we are using to get the photo out of it, or either they use the official API from Google People API. Now we have the person photo. I mean, we have the avatar of that ID, but unfortunately they were not going to show us the email, or I don't think that Google will give us the API that can show us the email, because that will be a violation of their privacy, of our privacy. Now, also the next information that you are going to see is that this interesting info, the last profile edit time. Now, why is this interesting? As you can see here, they also watermarked, they also hidden the last update info. Now we got it on this tool, so that is one thing that you should know about. Okay, we also have this entity type is person, enterprise user is false, and the profile page is this Google Map profile page, which is exactly the Google Map of the website that they generate for us by combining with the GAIA ID of Google. So let's go ahead and do a little bit more fun. Like let's go ahead and I'm going ahead and find another email right here, because I'm already used the GAIA. How about I'm using email? All right, I'm just gonna pass in email of that person. The GAIA target wasn't found. Let's see if this website can do a little better. Still electric scooter. Now, I'm really feeling a little bit annoying with that. Okay, let's take a little bit of time. I believe that the bot that they are creating is a little bit overwhelming without query. That is what I thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and click more email just for the demonstration. I'm gonna find as much email as we can. Okay, no information has been found. How interesting is that? Okay, so they basically either use these tools or they use the API from Google. There is nothing secret about it. There is nothing special about it. And there's also nothing particularly hard about it. I mean, building this website, just take out this pricing. Almost $30 per month for getting some of the info that is not watermarked, which is, I believe which is kinda, and what we are using here is completely free. So I think it's a little bit, for some people who might haven't found this package, I really recommend them to do it, because you go ahead and save your money. Not only you save your money, you get some even more interesting information out of the email address or the Gmail address that you have. So type in another email address. Okay, so what we found here is that this person have a name but have no profile. We have the last time that this person edited his profile and activated Google service, which is Google Map. I'm gonna copy that in, or I'm just go ahead and open it up. Still, he haven't contribute anything. But how about we find someone that contribute things like let's go ahead and let's go to the United States, all right? And let's go ahead and I'm gonna find some person who do some contribution on the website. Let's say I'm going to search for Starbucks, like on a New York Avenue. All right. Okay, what we have here is very interesting. Okay, looking on this person, I can see that she have quite a lot of points. She goes basically quite a lot of plays, and she do some reviewing things. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to do a GAIA on this person ID, see what we can find. Okay, now if you see here, what are they doing here? Well, what I guess is that what they're doing is that they did some requests on the person travel, and then they do some. Now you can see some statistic here, as you can see, reviewing, the review, the rating, the answer. That's a lot of stuff. That means the person have been gone for like quite a lot of places, and it's like school, worship, Christian, monument, civil building, gas station, bar, train, office, hospital, and a calculation of each review. That means this tool also do some querying on each of the review, and then what it get is that it get the statistic of that review, and it build up some information for us. Now the review is gonna be quite long, so I'll go ahead and let a couple minutes for it to sink in. So I'll see you guys in the next minute. So we are back. Now, the information that the tool generates for us is the proper location of the person. Now, this set the confidence is okay. That means that person can be in this area, perhaps, maybe not, or maybe, but maybe not, most probably. So, but the other person looked pretty fine, like the cars, the average rating, and the average moderately expensive. Now I consider this is it's just guessing data and it's not complete true to the real person, to what he or she actually do about the reviewing. But other than that, the other information is totally great. So as you can see, the tool that we found, which is Ghunt, is completely is great. It is far more better than this website. I can say that at least. It is far more better. You don't have to sign in. Even some of their data provide like a monthly request. You don't need that. You can actually do it with using this package for free and get your bunch of information by just typing in the email and the GAIA address, and that's pretty great. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.